Hey everybody, how are you? I am back. Are you guys happy? So I'm getting set up, getting in my zone. I'm very happy and extremely blessed that I remember how to do this. I've been off for so long. Alexa, play Bach, please.
Shuffling Songs by Johann Sebastian Bach on Amazon.
Okay, so today we are coloring Autumn Breeze, which is a really super pretty stamp. Hi Jacqueline, how are you? Happy Tuesday. But it's a really super pretty stamp. I have a feeling that this is going to take me a couple of times to do, so I'll probably do it this Tuesday and next Tuesday, which it's fall, so that's perfect. Let me zoom out a little bit so that y'all can see a little better, because I'm like super zoomed in right now. Hi Annie, hi Jennifer, hi Marina. Marina, you make me nervous when you're here, just so you know. I love you, but you make me nervous. Hi Jackie, how are you, sweetheart? So I was practicing her hair, and her hair is the most difficult thing to do on her. So I'm going to start with her hair today. And if we don't get finished with the rest, because she has quite a bit going on in her little outfit and stuff like that. Hey Paula, how are you? So if we don't get it all finished, don't worry. We will totally get it done between this Tuesday and next Tuesday. Oh, you're just stopping to say hello. I totally read that as though, Marina, you told me to stop. Like you were telling me to stop saying hello. So, one of the things that I like, because Marina is amazing at backgrounds and such, and I can do backgrounds, but I'm a little bit of a hoarder when it comes to my ink, unlike Marina, who's absolutely fabulous at doing all that for me, and I love her for that. One nice thing about the paper shelter is it actually comes with a background especially designed for this stamp. So like this one actually has a printable patterned paper that you can print out for a 6x6 card that has like leaves and stuff going all around it, and it's absolutely beautiful. If you haven't seen it yet, there is a picture of it on the link, or there is a picture of it. I cannot think. You can tell I haven't done this in a couple weeks. But there's a picture of it in the events. In the comments, I put a picture of her. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, the hardest thing on this image is her hair. And one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to be using, the colors I'm going to be using are the YR20, the YR21, the E15, and the E18. I will go ahead and put these colors into the description when we're all done. I'm not quite as good as Marina, where she knows exactly what she's doing right when she comes in the door. Jackie, no, I do not have a discount code for those in the class. She is one that she allows me to use the images for my classes, but I'm not, I can't use like the practice sheets. I can't make practice sheets for everyone quite as much. I mean, I can, but I have to get it authorized first, and I don't have a discount code. Let me zoom in now that I realize that Miss Jackie's here. Let me see, how far have I zoomed in here? There we go. Okay. So I am just going to go ahead and map out where the darker parts of her hair are going to be. I'm not doing any flicking or any of that. I am just mapping. That's all I'm doing. I might flick a little bit right here, but that's it. So we want to go ahead and map out all of our valleys of her hair, since her hair is blowing in the wind very beautifully. So I'm really excited that you guys are happy that Marina is going to be here on Saturdays with us. No, sorry. I am trying to get Irina from La La Land Crafts to give us a discount code on any images that we use for class. So that's in the works right now, but she is very much knee-deep in planning for the La La Land retreat. So let's see. This right here is kind of coming up and over and around. Once you get the rest of it mapped out, you can kind of see it. So I'm going to put a little bit of the darker color right there. And then she's going to have a little bit of dark here, and it's going to go up just because it's coming up, over, and around. And then, of course, I always go next to her face. That way it really brings her face out. And then she'll have a little bit right here. And then she'll have some coming out here at the roots. So, as you can see, there's a lot of dark parts. And once you get it all mapped out, it really starts to make some sense, because when I first looked at her hair, I was completely baffled as to where I was even going to start. Has anybody colored her before? Do you guys already have this stamp? Have you already colored her? Hi Roxanne, how are you? We are just mapping the hair right now, Roxanne, so you haven't really missed anything except for us mapping out the hair as to where all of our dark parts are going to go. And I'm just doing all of the valleys. And then catching some of the stuff that would go underneath. Like under her bangs right there. Paula, you have the image, but you haven't colored her yet? Well, now I expect to see her colored. Or at least her hair, because I know we will get to her hair today. So now that I've done that, I'm going to move on to the E15. I know that we said that we're going to use E18, but the E18 is going to be our darkest, like the one that we use very last for contrast. Kim, you bought it last night, but you're behind just now printing her. Oh, that's okay. That's why I'm glad you're going to try and color along. It's going to take me to color this hair, so don't even worry. So I'm moving on to E15. Now I'm going to start flicking a little, and I'm going to go right over the top of that YR20, and I'm going to pull it out just a little bit. Yes, we all need to think about Paula. She's going to be in another storm, and because she's so loving and caring and such a wonderful person, she's going to be sending it up my way because she likes to share her storms. She's very, very wonderful that way. I keep telling Paula she can move up here with me, but Her husband says we would get in too much trouble together. Let's see, she's been on my... Oh, well, now you can't be intimidated by her, Jackie. Now you can practice. Let's see, like I said, I'm just going over the R20. Or YR20, sorry, YR20. And I'm just bringing out a little bit further. Because this hair is going to be like a light autumn color. Okay? And this is not our darkest color, so we still have one dark color to go over the top of it. So you can pull this out pretty far because the YR21 is going to be our last color, our highlight color, or our second to last color anyways, because we do the darkest last. The first color was YR20. YR20, Kim. And that's just for the mapping of the hair. And yes, Paula, we may need bail money. Maybe that's why Charlie doesn't want us together. He doesn't want to have to put up the bail money. But tell him not to worry. Let's see. Well, Jacqueline, you're only a few hours from me, so if I'm getting any storm, you're getting some storm too, I'm sure. So let's see, just pulling that out. Make sure when you're doing this, when you're doing your valleys and you're doing the E15, I said to pull it out, but don't pull it out too far on top of your on top of your hills because you still need to leave the highlight. So don't go too incredibly far. Don't go all crazy on me, okay? And I'm really sorry if you guys can hear a little girl screaming extremely loudly in the video. But my neighbor's little is outside, and we all know how much little girls love to scream, and she's about 4 years old. But at least I know she's having fun. So that's the nice part about hearing her scream. Copics are much less than bail money. Okay, so this part right here, it has two sections. You'll see the line right here where it gets dark twice. So I'm just going to be filling this whole thing in right here with the E15. And then I will be going back in with the E18 after I'm all done. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of E15 here. I forgot to put the E20 there. Please forgive me. Or the YR20. Please forgive me for that. And I don't think I've missed anything. Maybe right here, this little valley. But I think I got it all. Oh my goodness, it's snowing in Texas. I did not know it was snowing in Texas. So we're going to move right along to the YR21. And I'm just going to be filling this in and just doing some fast flicks because we are still going to be going back over this. This is what putting this, okay, so I always talk about the Copics. You can put one color on top of another color and it will change the color. This is one of those times where we are going to change the color. We're going to leave a small bit of highlight, but we are also going to be changing this YR21 to a more auburn color. So I'm just filling it in. And yes, I'm filling all of it in. I know that Marina, she leaves all of her white. But that's the nice thing about having both Marina and I is because her and I color so drastically different. She colors going from light to dark, and I go from dark to light. And she likes bunches of contrast with white, and my OCD kicks in and doesn't allow me to leave any white. So go figure. Hi Donna, how are you? So now we're going to go ahead and use our E18. This is a very dark color that needs to be cleaned, obviously. And so we be very careful with the 18. It can get really dark really fast, and that's why I use this darkest color very, very last. And this is just going to be to put in the contrast so that all of those waves in her hair will all stand out. So we want to put a little bit here, and we're going to put a small amount here. And we're just going to put it like you're just doing some little tiny flicks with the roots. Let me know too, ladies, if I go off camera, because I have this seriously zoomed in, so I'm really nervous about going off camera. So we're going to put some nice long flicks in right here and around, and we're going to go down here in the valley. And then we're going to do a little bit in this valley. Especially where the little, see how it's like starting to really define the curls? And that's what we want it to do. We want it to really define the curls and the layers of her hair. So if you have to, go really soft and light so you can get those thin flicks. Let's see, go up, get this valley. And we're going to get this one here. Now this one I'm going, I hope you can see this. So this one I did the front end of this valley, but then I'm going on the other side to get the underneath of the valley on the other side. I'm going to pull out from her face and then go up over here. Sorry, gotta turn it. and then come out from the leaf. And then I'm going to go up over here. And you don't have to go in this order. This is just my crazy, weird order that I go in. I just kind of go where my eyes take me, wherever I need to go next. So we need a little bit here to define this curl or wave, whatever you want to call it. Put a little bit in the middle of that one. Let's see, and right there. And I mean, if you have any trouble, like where do I put the shading, the valleys, a great way to do it is Veronica from the Paper Shelter is an excellent colorist, and you can even look at her stuff. Her stuff is, the way she colors the images is just absolutely amazing. Let's see, I'm so sorry. What was the color right before E18 that you just finished? That was E15. So sorry, Kim. We need to have like a little bell on this thing or something, so I know that you guys are needing some help from me so that I'll look up. Let's see, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going, I used, first was, oh, you're right, YR20, E15, YR21, and E18. So now I'm going back to E15 so that I can pull out. See, look at how beautiful that looks over the YR21. And I'm just doing gentle, just random, not really paying a whole lot of attention kind of flicks. And pulling that ER18 out, or the E18 out. I'm getting mixed up between my ERs and my E's. Holy mac and cheese. But I love the color, the autumn hair that this turns into. And when I put the colors in the description, I will go ahead and put the order in which I used them. Hopefully that will help if anybody's trying to catch up or anything like that. I know that that'll probably help you, Kim. So I'm just going back. This looks like a Greek tragic mess. I love it when it looks like a mess because then later you know that it looks good. Kind of like when you eat a good hamburger. If it's really messy, you know it was a good burger. Or at least that's what my dad always said. I usually get too frustrated for messy burgers. So here's this part right here. I'm just going to pull all that out and blend that. get this last part here. Okay. Let's see, I'm going to go back with the YR21 and kind of blend this a little bit better. Just so we can get those highlights in there. And again, I'm not really flicking too much. I'm just kind of moving the color around so that it will blend. Especially this E18 in a couple spots where it got a little bit thick. Oh, I forgot to do my E15 right there. There we go. So these colors have a lot of red in them for the E18 and the E15. So if you went out of the lines profusely like I did, I would suggest using a white gel pen to go over the parts that are that you went out of the lines, because that red tone is not, it's just gonna bleed. It's not gonna be kind to you. And if it is, please message me and let me know, because you will be a goddess to me. Just saying. Because it is never nice to me. So now I'm going to work on her skin. I'm going to use E00, E11, E21, E04, E000, YR20 and YR30. Okay, so I'm going to start out with the E11. And hair and skin always look much, much better when they're both completely finished. I don't know about you guys, but I love it when it all starts to come together. So I'm just going around where the borders of the shadows would be. I'm going to get around her wee nose. And if you don't want to do that little up flick by her nose, you don't have to. Wow, I'm really going off camera here. I'm so sorry. So now I'm going to use the E04. And remember, E04 is for shadows only. Don't use this for everything. And it's mainly just cast shadows. So like under the neck, the sleeves, anything like that. I totally forgot her fingers. She actually has some wee little fingers down here. And I'm just using small tiny flicks. While this is a little bit bigger than normal because I have this printed out at 4 inches, for her fingers it is still kind of tight as far as getting really good details in there. And then EO4 for the cast shadow from her sleeve, and the cast shadow on the top of her hand, because her hand is resting on her hand. Whoops. And then we'll have a little cast shadow from her scarf. Now I'm going to go back over the EO4 with the E11 to blend it out a little bit. That will give it an even greater look of a shadow and not be so harsh. Some people do leave it, some people don't. It's completely up to you. Now I'm going to use E21. Bring that color out a little bit more. And I'm bringing her color out on her face a little bit further because she has her hair shadowing her face a bit. Go ahead and get her hands. Now I'm going to use R20 first for her cheeks. And then I'm going to use R20 for the rest of her cheeks. I'm just going to go up a little bit on the side just to bring her face all together. Now I'm going to use E00 to bring those shadows out even more, kind of blend it out. Now we're getting her face into the sun. I'm finishing up her neck and her ear, going around her eye a little bit, moving into her nose and her lip. And now I'm going to use E000 to finish out her skin. And if you have any blending, anything that really needs to be blended, if you go over it with your E000, not a lot, just gently, it will blend those lines for you. But don't do it a lot or you will start to get that dappling look of overblendedness. For her lips, I'm going to use E04. You guys got really quiet. Holy mac and cheese, you got quiet. And I'm just going to put that, I'm just dotting it, like just dot dot. I'm just dotting it. Can you even see the dots I made? There's the dots I made. And then I'm going to use R32 for the rest of her lips. And again, just dotting it because her lips are so wee tiny. And I normally use blue for the eyes, but I think I'm going to go for a YG combination this time and give her some green eyes. I'm going to use YG09, YG07, and I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to go ahead and use YG01. Okay? So I'm going to start out with the YG09. And I'm just going to do the very, like I'm just dotting the very upper corners. And then I'm going to use the YG07, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to bring that YG09 down just slightly, not much. And then I'm going to finish it off with the YG01. But I'm actually going to go over that whole green area with the YG01 and just blend it all together to get those magnificent green eyes. Now I'm going to go over the whole eye with C1. Well, not the whole eye. I take that back, not the whole eye. I'm just going to go over the tops where the eyelid would, and do like a little half moon underneath the eyelid. That way it sets her eyes back a little bit, making the rest of her face come forward a bit so it looks a little bit more real. And then I'm going to use my 5-point Jelly Roll pen to put that white back in the eye. And I'm going to give it one extra little white dot for the reflections. There we go. Wow, we actually got more covered than I thought we would get covered. I am so absolutely surprised. I'm excited that we got this much covered. Let me see if I'm still in my time limit. Oh my gosh, we still have 20 minutes. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's see. What should we go on to next? How about we do the scarf next, since that kind of goes, you know, the whole ripples and ruffles, and that drives everybody crazy and is a bit of, you know, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Nemesis. That's the word I'm looking for. Nemesis. It seems to be a nemesis for just about everybody. These waves and ripples. Let's see, what color should I use? I'm going to go with RV91, 93, 95, and 99. Yes, 99. That is one dark bad boy right there. It's crazy how dark that thing gets. So I'm going to actually start with the 93 or the 91 so that I can go ahead. Thank you, Jackie. So that I can go ahead and map out our dark areas. So we're going to have a dark area here, because we have this right here, and then it's going to be dark right around here because it's flowing, right? And then of course back here where it's not going to get any sun because of her neck. Hi Stephanie, how are you, sweetheart? So, and then we're going to have a bit of dark right here where it's kind of flowing over her shoulder. And then it'll come back this way. And then we have more kind of coming out a little bit this way. Let's see, and then this whole thing is going to be dark, especially right here. And then this right here will be dark. And this will be slightly dark, but not as dark as up here, because this is kind of just waving in the wind, okay? So let's see, and we don't want to forget the dark by the leaf. That'll give us a little bit of darkness. And then looks like she has a little bit of a wave going, ripply wave going on right here. So we'll put just just a pinch of dark right there, okay? So now we're gonna start with our RV95. And if you guys don't have these colors, you guys can go with green, orange. I mean, you guys can go with any color you want. You don't have to use these colors, okay? So if you need a color combination, just ask me and I will just throw one out there for you. So now I'm going over the RV91 with my RV95 because we mapped out where our darkest is going to go, where our dark is going to go. And so I'm just covering all of that. Hey Donna, how are you? Okay, and then let's see. We are definitely going to have to separate that top from the bottom, or at least I will have to, because it did not, I don't know if it was supposed to print out lightly like that or what the deal is, but mine printed out really light. So there's the 95. Now I'm going to go to the RV93. This is kind of fun too because I don't really use these colors a whole lot. So this is really fun for me. Just pulling out that 95 just slightly, leaving enough room for the 91 to go back into the center. That's okay. There's no time to be on time. It's not like you have to be here exactly at 3 or you're just fired, Dawn. Not a problem. One of the wonderful things of this technological age is we can record. So that was the 93. This is the RV91. And I'm just going back in. Because you know how me and white are. I can't, my OCD just does not deal with it. Going over, let's see, there we go. Now we have all of our contrasted areas. Now I can go back in with my big bad boy, my RV99. Woo! This thing is dangerous, ladies. So I usually take off both caps because the blobs with this thing I've never been able to fix, just so you know. And I'm going to be very honest with you. I do very lightly with this color so that I can control it more. Because this is one dark bad boy. At least to me it is. I'm very gentle when I use this. And I think that's all. Let's see. Oops, I need to get right here. I'm gonna say that's all my courage has in me to do with this color. So I know that everybody's usually fearful of reds or, you know, what other colors. Not me. My fearful color is the RV99. And I'm just going to pull it out just slightly. Make sure it's nice and blended and looks pretty. But it does make a beautiful shade of purple. Or mauve, whatever you want to call it. I do love the color that it makes. Now we've got that line separated between the two, so you can definitely tell that there's two pieces to her scarf. And then I'm going to go over it one last time with the RV91 just to smooth out my lines. I'm not doing it like it's just completely random and just smoothing out those lines. I definitely need to work with this color a little bit more because I really do like it. It's just that RV99 scares me to death. There we go. There is her scarf. Huh. And we are right on time, you guys. This is so awesome. So we are going to finish up on not this Saturday because we're taking this Saturday off for Halloween because my daughter Meadow will murder me if I interrupt her murder mystery dinner, because that's what we are doing in lieu of trick-or-treating. And Marina has family coming over for her Halloween things. So we are just going to go ahead and take Saturday off, and we will see you on Tuesday. And we will go ahead and finish out her dress because she has some amazing artwork on her dress, and this is going to take a little bit more time, and I don't want to rush through it. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed today, and we will do more. Check out the image. I will go ahead and put the link is already in. Thank you, Stephanie. The link is already in the description. I will make sure I put all the colors, including the order in which I used them, up above in the description. And I will go ahead and see you guys next Tuesday, okay? Stay safe, everybody, on Halloween. Be careful. I will. The only reason, I will be honest with you guys, Marina is amazing. Marina knows what colors she's going to use and everything like that. But like today, I had no idea what color her scarf was going to be. But I will do my best during the week to go ahead and figure out what colors I'm going to use for her dress. I'm sure it's going to be like an orangish, greenish, brownish kind of thing going on. And go from there. I promise I will do my absolute best, Kim. Okay? Great class. Thank you so much, Jackie. You have great Halloween, and I will see you guys soon. If you need anything, please feel free to message me, okay? And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Be careful this weekend. Stay safe. Love you guys. Bye.